What's up, folks? See this? His name's Frank. I know, weird name for a plane in my left shoulder here, but you see Frank? He's smiling, right? He don't care. He doesn't give a shit, right? He's just there hanging out, right? He's a good dude. He's just having a good time like he does every single day. You can learn a lot from Frank, and that's what I'm doing today on this video. Peace, as always, and cheers, folks. Flying Health Coach coming at you. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is having a great weekend so far. Point of today's video, like I alluded to with Mr. Frank over here, is caring. In this case, it's to stop caring so much. You still have to care a little bit, right? But we're going to talk about not, stopping. How do I want to phrase that? We're going to talk about caring, just not as much, right? That's the big thing today. So stop caring, results will come, right? In this video, I'm kind of stealing the title a little bit. I'll make it my own, but it's actually from a video I used to watch from a Coach Corey Wayne, and he's Coach Corey Wayne's an awesome dating, relationship, just life coach in general. More much like a life coach, and he's amazing. I've learned so much great content from him. So again, we're gonna talk about caring, right, and caring less. Again, not stop caring, just caring a little bit less, and why that's important for you and your mental health, right? But also, what's that going to bring back to you in your life? Okay, those are the two big things, right? What's going to do for you and what it's going to bring back to you. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to, again, help people hopefully think differently, look at life differently. Because what you look at disappears, right? Remember that. What you fear, you attract, and what you look at disappears. It's a good quote. Write that down. So let's get into the content, right? So, caring. I want you to take a second. I want you to think about a time where you cared too much. Take a second, think about it, right? That could be, and it could be a relationship, right? It could be a job. It could be your family. It doesn't matter, right? Any example you can think about when you just cared about something too much. How did it make you feel? How to make you feel, but then also what did you get from that, right? Did you make up that kind of bullshit excuse everyone always seems to say, whereas I gave it my all, so that's okay. But when people say that, it's just an excuse. It's an excuse to cover up how they're actually feeling on the inside, right? Because I'm willing to bet you money, right? When you thought of an example, when you cared too much, you probably didn't get the result you wanted, right? Because that's what we always think as humans, right? It's if I do X, I should get Y. Doesn't work like that, right? Our life is a very open kinetic chain, if you will, right? Where we have all these variables that we cannot control. So this video is also about just letting go of the illusion of control, which I know I struggle with big time. I'm aware of it, but I'm not always the best at actually implementing it in life with action. So what's that example you thought of? And again, maybe write it down even, right? When you write stuff down, it really gets in your brain, right? It really kind of brings it to light. But whatever you thought of and you cared too much about, also now, what did you get back from it? Did you get the end result you thought you were going to get? I'm willing to bet you probably didn't, at least not to your expectation, right? Because as they say too, expectations are the root of all suffering, right? Again, if I do X, I expect to get the result Y. Well, what happens when that doesn't happen? How do you feel? Probably not very good. You probably feel angry. You probably feel sad. You probably feel depressed. You probably feel whatever other those like super lower vibrational energies that you feel by not getting the outcome that you expected to get. And that's the root of this video, is caring less or stop caring so much. Because let's think about it, right? If you go back to that example in your mind that you thought of, where if you put all this caring and put all this energy, emotion, this mental energy into thinking about this, and that mental energy transforms into physical energy, right? Because now you have to go do an action to get whatever outcome. You do all these actions, all this mental energy, and that outcome never happens. And now it's just like, you're exhausted, you're pissed off, you're tired, you're angry, you're whatever have you, right? Because you didn't get what you wanted. It's that little rich kid inside your head talking too, right? Because he's, always gets what he wants. But the point is because you care too much, right? You put too much effort into that situation to where when it didn't happen for you, now it's causing you pain, right? It's causing you pain. It's causing you sleepless nights. It's causing you to feel all these things that you don't want to feel. Insert caring less. Insert a bit of stoicism, right? Insert a bit of indifference. Okay. And again, yeah, Mark, how do I just like you can I get you can't just care less in a moment. You can't just stop caring, right? It doesn't work like that. Uh, if you got a big heart and you do care, it's really hard to pull away from situations. It's really hard to take a step back. It's super hard, but it's necessary. Why? Because at the end of the day, what's up here is the only thing that's going to last forever until you die, is what's how you feel about you in your brain, right? Nothing else in life is going to last forever. Obviously, you and I aren't going to either, but you're with yourself 24/7, 365. So how you feel about you in here is what's most important, right? And if you're caring too much about all these external things in your life that you really don't have control over at all, period, right? Because life's a very open kinetic chain, right? We don't have control of what's going on around us. It's illusion, right? We think we do. We think we have control, but control is an illusion, right? Because you can't 100% predict what's going to happen to you. If I do X, I should get Y. It sometimes happens, but sometimes it doesn't, right? And when it doesn't happen, that causes a lot of pain. So next time when you're going into a situation, you know, really focus on how much energy you're putting into it and how much caring you're putting into it, right? And I'll bet you any money, if you stop caring so much, um, again, and that starts by just recognizing what you're doing, taking a deep breath, right? Maybe doing some meditation, getting some exercise. Really, it's about bringing that energy back into you and focusing on your life, focusing on what makes you happy, right? And that's what it really is. That'll help you not care as much. Again, you're still going to care. I'm not saying, like, when I say stop, I shouldn't say stop caring. I really want to say just care less, right? When you care less about stuff, if what you want doesn't happen, it's not going to affect you as much anymore, right? So you're going to maintain a more centered, peaceful state consistently, which is what we want, right? You want to be in those higher vibrational states, right? Happiness, be at peace, be calm, right? Those higher states. You're going to feel better about yourself. But you also can feel good of the fact that, you put effort into something. You thought you were going to get Y, but it didn't happen. It's okay, cool, not a big deal, right? Move on to the next thing, right? Because you're focused on bringing all that energy that you put into something else, you're going to bring back into you, right? And that's the point of this, right? Is focusing on caring less so you can give more back to you. And that's what you need. That's what you need to do, right? That's what's going to help the people around you, right? Yes, it sounds selfish, but it's very selfless, right? Because if you truly do care about other people, if you care about building your life up, you have to build you up inside of here, right? Inside of here, you have to build you up. You have to be the best version of yourself possible, to then help the world and help other people be the best version of themselves possible. And you can't do that by giving all of your time and attention away to some other situation that may or may not work out. You got to give some of it, a little bit, right? A little bit, but you can't give it all. You have to leave enough for you. So stop caring so much. Care less, okay? Just care less. And again, when you do care less, you'll have more energy to put back into you. And at the end of the day, you're going to feel more calm. You're going to be more at peace. You're going to feel more happiness, which is what we want. I don't know about you, but I want to feel more at peace and feel more happiness, right? And I've seen in myself in my life that when I put more caring into other situations, or I'm not getting anything in return, period, right? That just creates frustration, right? You get frustrated, you get pissed off, you get sad. And then because of those emotions, you all of a sudden aren't focused on yourself anymore, right? Now you're just focused on, I just got to do whatever I can to get rid of these emotions, which for some people can turn into self-medication, right? It can turn into, whatever other habits that really aren't going to serve you. So I'm trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes, which 9:23, so we're pretty close to it. Go a little over 10, that's okay. So again, I want you to think of something in the past. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the video, right? What did you care too much about? What did you put too much effort in and got nothing in return? How would you feel? Not good, right? So now, different situation, right? Think of that same past situation. Now put a little bit less into it, right? Because again, you can't control other things. You can control you, but not other things. You put less into that situation, you probably would come out of the situation not feeling as bad. I mean, you're still going to feel bad about stuff that doesn't work out for you, and that's okay. But the point is that we want to keep enough energy in here for ourselves. Because again, if you can't do it for you, there's zero chance you can do it for other people. And that's reality. So care a little bit less. It's going to help you a lot. Be a little bit less stressed. I promise you it will. So please don't forget to like and subscribe up in the corner there, that corner. Feel free to shoot me an email up in that corner, right? flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com. Always happy to talk about life stuff. You know, if you just need to bitch about things, that's cool too. I got a good set of ears. Sometimes that's all we need. We just need to talk, right? You don't always need a solution to life. You don't always need someone to tell you what to do. Sometimes you just gotta subconsciously figure out your own situations. So that's what health coaching is. That's what I'm here to do. Have a great rest of Sunday, folks, and we'll talk soon.